Hello everyone, welcome, and we are here live in Umoja, Nairobi, Kenya.
Asante sana.
Yeah. So maybe we can just introduce ourselves, say our names and what we do, then we can start our discussion. So we can begin from...
Tuanze na wewe.
Okay, my name is Abu. I'm a musician here in Kenya. I rap, I do hip hop genre, and I love myself and how I do in this life.
Nice. I am Mkostiibeats. I am a record engineer and a music producer, and I love what I do here in Nairobi, Kenya.
That's a nice introduction. Mimi ni Mwonge, Councillor Mwonge. I'm from Ginger. I work with Emmy for Africa, and I'm proud of what I do, just like you.
Okay. Mimi, I'm Tom Obuya, doing photography stroke videography. I'm currently in Nairobi. I think you're going to find me.
Great.
Nice. Thank you very much, gentlemen. So maybe we can go straight to our point of discussion. Generally, let's talk about the youth from both. We are neighbors. First, we are neighboring countries, and both countries have youth as the largest population or manpower in both countries. So let's start like from our own, maybe from Abu here.
Yes.
Abu can tell us how he views youth in Kenya positively. Let's start with the positive views. How do you view your fellow youths in Kenya? First, are you a youth?
Yes, I'm a youth. I'm still a youth. I'm still young. I'm in the 20s and the 20th century youth. Okay, what I can say, the perspective that I can say about the youth in Kenya is we like to live ourselves positively, we like to vibe with everyone, we like to do our works, we are energetic. That's what I can say about Kenyans youth.
Yeah, and how do you perceive like our, or what have you heard about our neighboring youths from Uganda?
Actually, I haven't heard many things, but I think we are all the same. We are still African, we are still in the East African community. I think we are the same.
Yeah. And I don't know about Tom. Tom, do you have any idea about youths in Uganda? And if not, what about youths in Kenya? How do you think, how do you perceive, or how do you think about Kenyans, fellow youth?
Let me start with the youths from Uganda. First of all, I know that women from Uganda are very beautiful women. Or am I lying?
Yeah, no,
They are very
not like that's
interactive guys. Yes, and now in Kenya, the youths are the most creative guys. Yeah, we push the entertainment sector, and again, I think the youths are the most hardworking people in this country, because without the youth, Kenya might have not been in this position.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
As for me, as a Kenyan youth, I think Kenyan youths are more innovative and creative, but they lack the support. But if they get the support, they can create a lot. And one thing I love about Ugandan youths, they are very cooperative. I've worked with some Ugandan youths, and they were so cooperative that what you were to do for 3 days, we actually we did it for 15 hours.
Wow.
So I think
that was amazing.
The youths from Uganda are so positive, are so energetic, are so driven. The same for Kenyan youths. So I think these two countries are just divided by a border, but we all have the same spirit. Maybe to hear from our brother here, Augustine.
Yeah.
What are your views about your fellow youths in Uganda, and what have you heard about the youths?
Yeah, I think that this youth thing is a global issue. Everywhere around the world, people are looking up to the youths, because when our fathers and grandparents go away, it's the youths that are gonna have to come in and take over our own nation. So I think the youths everywhere, they are trying to do their roles, to work hard and get there where they have to be. But still, even in my own country in Uganda, we're still lacking behind. The youth still, they have a perception that stops them to be where they are supposed to be. But most of them, they are working hard and trying to push their lives forward. And like you said, Uganda and Kenya, we have a huge similarity. We're just divided by borders because we have people, Eastern Uganda, they speak the same language with you, and we have adapted to so many things from Kenya. Yeah, but in general, youths in Uganda, they are working hard to get there. Yeah, but like I said, just a small percentage still lacking behind. Just like
in Kenya also.
in Kenya, yeah.
But we think it's positive of how the youth are driven and their views towards their own future. Like you can see a lot of youth are stepping forward now into leadership, into innovative exercises. I don't know I don't know, let's start with Abu. About the views of youth in leadership. How do you see it, like from the Kenyan
perspective? What I can say about Kenyan youth in leadership is that they are trying to push us down. Youths, we can't be leaders in Kenya. They see we are coming with our own minds, with our own creativity, with our own contents. So the government doesn't like that, okay? All I can say about the youth, we are struggling to get there, to get the leaders out of us, out of our own age mates and our own, you see.
Yeah.
But the government doesn't want that, so we are trying, we are fighting a hardship towards that.
And the struggle doesn't have to stop.
Yeah.
Young people, we try new stuff and they push us, they pull us,
Yes.
but we're not gonna stop. We have
We are
to
not going
keep
to stop.
pushing and pushing forward
You have to struggle forward, you have to
because
keep on
we know
going.
everything to be done. There's going to be people pulling us back, forces pulling us back, and we're not willing to stop. And
We have to proceed.
Maybe just a quick question, like a random question to us gentlemen. Like I'll start with the Buya.
Yeah,
How many youthful leaders do you know from Uganda?
from Uganda. Not quite many.
Okay,
Yeah.
maybe not necessarily politicians, or let's say people who have impacted the society positive.
Positive.
Yeah.
I think quite a number.
Just one or two from
Bobby Wine. Is Bobby Wine from
Bobby
Uganda,
Wine is
if I'm not
famous,
wrong.
huh?
Yeah, because you see, he's a youth who tried to fight for freedom, but he ended up in jail, being tortured. He has never given up. I think the next general election he'll be in the ballot.
yeah, hope you'll be there. We'll see what happens.
Yeah.
And we hope for the best because we as youths, we will keep on pushing.
And
Then
Yes,
maybe I think who else is from Uganda? Bebe Cool.
He's a singer.
He's a singer. Yeah, I know
Yes.
Bebe Cool. He has
So-
some very nice love songs.
What about Reddy and Wilson?
Yeah, they are there.
also-
Radio died.
Rest in peace.
Yeah.
So-
Yeah, rest in peace.
I know,
Yeah.
but not that much.
Yeah, because you're not a politician.
So,
So-
here in Kenya, leadership, we have young leadership. You know, young leaders are very energetic.
Yeah.
They are more energetic than the old.
The old, yeah.
But you know, in Kenya, we have always learned throughout our lives that an older leader can see more when seated than a young leader when he's standing.
Oh, they say the old leader has seen more
Yeah.
in his life than the young leader.
Yeah.
He has,
But that
he
is-
or she has a lot of experience.
And you know that ain't the truth.
I love that
That's
guy,
not the
George
truth.
Tewori.
Yeah.
He's Embaka West.
Embakasi
Embakasi.
West.
Embakasi West, yeah.
Yeah.
I saw
Right
him.
where we are.
Yeah, here in this area.
Yeah, he's our MP.
Yeah, I like that guy. I've seen him talk on TV.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's amazing.
Yeah, he's a very young leader by the way. I know you Kenya is known out there as especially when it's heading towards the elections. There are cases of violence and that and such. I don't know, in Kenya it's always perceived that the youths are the ones who are used to cause violence. I don't know if there's something of a similar before I now go directly into the topic of today.
I think it's the same thing everywhere. Even in Uganda, it's the youths that are willing to try new things. It's the youths that are willing to sacrifice their lives for something they haven't tried. And they always get prey to these people who want to use youths, who want to start up some kind of chaos. And youths are always doing that. They are brave, they have that heart, and when you're youth, it's the age where you feel like you are the class monitor of everything. Everybody is under you. There was that feeling as you were youth, but the more you grow, it starts to diminish. But youths, we all get to that level where we feel that you can carry that huge container, that guy with a motorcycle, you can just, and then he falls down. There's feelings like that to young people, and that's why we use them so much in chaos. In Uganda, when Bobby Wine was contesting to be a president, so many youths followed him with motorcycles, riding so fast and risking their lives. Many broke their legs and their hands. And my brother-in-law was one of them. He ended up in prison, but he got out a few months ago, my brother-in-law. But it's the youths that are always going through hard endeavors in life. Yeah.
So maybe just to ask you, now that you're in Kenya, what's the package that brought you
to Kenya?
That came with you? Let's say that came with you, that is for us as the youth, or something that we can get positively from you, because we understand you are a counselor, and always counselors are blessings. They help us at least know our boundaries and how we can stay within our boundaries. So I believe you have something good for us.
Yeah, if you want me to say something good, I will say it. But I'm from Zanzibar. I came from Zanzibar for my vacation. I've been talking to Tom, you know that. And I just came to end my vacation here in Nairobi, and to see my wonderful friend here, to see how you guys are doing here in Kenya, because I haven't been here in a long time. I've always been stopping in Nakuru, in Western Kenya. Even in December, I was in the Western. I lost my father there in Western Kenya. Yeah, I don't know how you guys live life lately. Maybe you could tell me just a little bit about how life is here.
Life is expensive.
Maybe Tom can tell us about the economy.
Okay, life is very expensive here in Kenya, because even recently the government decided to increase the fuel tax. And once the taxation on fuel is increased, almost everything goes up.
And it's the same thing in Uganda. Fuel is at 7,000. Everybody's complaining. Transport has gone high, just like that. Even in Zanzibar, the same thing.
So I felt like we are going nowhere, because we are buying unga at 200 Kenya shillings. That I don't know if it's 2 kg. Yeah, the sugar is almost 150 Kenya shillings. But you see, the livelihood of most of the people staying in Kenya isn't that to the standard. Yeah, most of us are still low class.
Yeah, the dollar has also
risen up. So
the price of the Kenyan shilling to the dollar is also very high.
Ni hivyo tu hata na Uganda, kila mahali na penye tulikuwa Tanzania vile hivyo tu. So
as young as we are, our purpose is mainly to see that our children and our future is experiencing a less harsher life than we are.
Yeah.
And that's our purpose as the youth today. See, everyone here has sacrificed his or her time from work and something to do so that we can share this information. And we believe even you, our brother from our neighboring country, there is a purpose in you. We would love to hear it from you. What's the purpose? What's your purpose?
Yeah, the purpose, maybe I can just maybe talk to the young people of Kenya. I think the young people of Kenya, you just have to understand that everyone has a purpose. Everyone that God created gave them a purpose. You have a purpose, you have a purpose, and you have a purpose. But it takes time and sacrifice to find out that purpose that God has given each one of us. That's the same message I've been talking to the Ugandan youths, and even in Zanzibar, our friend Daniel, we talked to a few youths there, and I'm gonna just leave the same message to the Kenyan youths, that everyone has to find out their own purpose, and it's through the power of prayer.
Yeah.
For me, I got here in Kenya and going in Zanzibar and on that amazing trip because of the power of prayer. And young people have to know that there are different ways God is going to speak to each one of them. And it's going to be through praying. Once they believe in God and believe in Jesus Christ, they have to know that God is going to speak to them. He speaks to people through dreams, through visions, through messengers, prophets, and many more other ways. But to do that, you have to pray.
Yes.
And as you pray, you have to be patient and wait. Because if you pray, He's going to reply you differently. He's replying different people differently. Like how He replied me. He replied my prayer through a dream.
Yeah.
And to other people through messengers. And I think once we do that, that purpose will help us to know what we have to do exactly before we expire, before we leave this world. I've also talked to some people in Uganda that if you do not pray, you will not know your purpose. I'm not very sure about Kenya, but there are people who have so many things they can do. Maybe somebody is a musician, can sing so well, they can interpret so well, they can record music so well, they can do cooking so well, and they are not very sure of what they are meant to do, like a purpose.
The
main thing.
Yeah.
And like, if they come to a counselor like me, we have some career tests that we do.
Yep.
For example, people that know many careers, they are difficult to help, but they can be helped. So if someone is like that, it confuses so many young people because they don't know what they have to do exactly. And it's only prayer that will help you out of the 4 things that you can do really good. Because there is only one thing or two that God really wants you to do. And that thing, once you do it, it will bring Him glory, and it will satisfy your life. It will make your life be a meaningful life, a life that can have an impact on other people's lives. And until the young people of Kenya and Uganda and East Africa and the world come to a realization that they cannot do it on their own, come down and ask God to show them what they are supposed to do, they will never come to know their purpose. Because if you're doing 5 things, you think, I think, like my brother here, he's doing music so well. Maybe that's not his purpose, but he thinks this is what he can do best. Before I got the dream of being a counselor and this YouTube thing, I used to interpret in the church, and everybody thought that was my purpose, interpreting. But after this dream, I've realized that I'm an encourager, I'm a counselor. This is what God created me to be. And if I do it well, following God's way, I'm living my purpose. I'm living my purpose, and this is what I want the Kenyan people to understand. The young people who get to see this video, I just hope that they get encouraged not to use their own mind and understanding, but to come to God and ask Him to show them their purpose. He's going to show it to them. Even when they know 5 things, so good at all the 5 things, God will show them what they have to do, and that's hugely important. And
Amen.
I came to the realization, and sometimes way back a few months ago, I regretted why I trusted God so late, man. I just regretted, but you know, with God, it's never too late. He can use anyone at any stage in life. So whether you're at 40 and you've been doing so many things, you're not sure of what you're supposed to do. Like for me, I was making chapati in Uganda. I was making the best chapati. And I thought, I think this is what I'm meant to do. This is what God created me to do. But no, I was meant for something else. And even at 40, you are doing something, you are cleaning somewhere, and you feel something in your heart. You want to do something else. You're not sure of what you have to do. I was at the airport in Uganda, and I found some guy there. He was cleaning. He was like in his 40s. And it sounded like he's not satisfied with where he is. He wants to go somewhere. And he's not sure where he wants to go. But the only thing that can help you know exactly where you have to go is finding a compass direction. It will show you your destination. And that is Jesus Christ. He will help you. He will show you the right path. And I think once we do that, we're not going to turn backward. We are always going to follow a straight line. And I wish that for you too, my brother, Tom Obuya. And I'm so thankful for your messages, how you're helping young people to get encouraged. They are really going to benefit from your channel and everything you're doing for them. Because some people, just a small word like this can change their lives. Somebody who was gonna hang themselves or who was gonna go into bad things, just a word like this, it can help them to reverse the trend. So that's a message I had for the Kenyan people, and I just hope you guys, whenever you get a chance to meet the young people, you talk to them about that, the power of praying, that God can show you something in your life. Thank you, brother.
That's very nice, bro. I'm really encouraged, and it's a nice thing to say that not everyone will openly tell you there is a solution to a problem. Many people might know the solution, but they may not have the courage, let me say, to tell someone the solution. Maybe just a quick, just to turn the discussion to Abu. Abu, my brother here, is a rapper, and he apart from rapping, he's also an entrepreneur and also a business owner. You see, so maybe for you, can you like finding your purpose, like maybe you might not have found your purpose yet. You are in the process of it.
Yeah.
See? But how do you, as a youth, how do you balance these activities that you do towards your purpose before we?
Okay, there's a secret that people doesn't know, that every small business people, every entrepreneur doesn't have time. Doesn't have time to do its own leisure things, you see, own talents, on there's that time for leisure, that time for rest. Even God rested on the seventh day. You see, so many people today in these days, let me say today, yes, the day to day, they don't have time to rest. They always work 24/7.
And that's why I got a vacation for myself.
So you
Zanzibar.
we went to Zanzibar.
Yeah.
But you see, in Kenya, we don't have the time because all the small business people have to feed their family every day, each and every day. You see? So that's why we have to find ourselves to keep a time, a small time for just us. To have fun, to go on vacation like you in Zanzibar, you see? But people don't, their mind doesn't work like that. Yeah, their creativity is just work. We have to work. Yeah.
So it's true that here in Kenya we are always just to work. We always believe that our purpose will only achieve our purpose if you work. You see,
Yes.
but it's nice to hear that now with the work and we do prayers. You see, when we work and we pray, then that means we are getting closer to achieving our
Because
purpose.
if you work and pray, you get encouraged every day. You go to church, every time you spend time in God's word, God encourages you and He shows you more secrets, things that you will work and go high. And so many people just tie themselves to working, and they spare less time to God, and it never ends. They'll be there working till the end of time, you know?
Yeah.
You work, and you never get anywhere.
You never get any.
Yeah, actually, another small message that can help some youths is the people who ask and say, you say we stop going to work and pray. We think that is useless. But if you are going to some place, and you don't have a campus direction, brother, and someone who is just standing in one place, I think it's better to stand in one place than just moving without a campus direction, and you just don't go anywhere. Like if you work 1 year, 2 years, 3 years, 4 years, 5 years, you're just working. You're not going to church, you're not praying, and you see your life is not changing. You're just in one place. You still don't have the money to pay rent, you still don't have the money to buy food,
and you are working.
And you're working. I think my advice to such people would be to put a break, come back to God and search Him and ask Him, what am I supposed to do? Because if you're doing what God wants you to do, you'll be working, doing it, and sparing some time for Him, and still you'll be moving forward. You get it?
Yes.
So it's better not to live a life without a compass direction, to just come down to church and ask God to show you your purpose, to give you your campus direction. Then you go back on the road, because if you get back on the road and find the campus direction, it will lead you. You will still find those who don't have campus direction. They'll be still there meandering for years. They are just there. They don't know where to go. But you just come shoo, like someone in a plane and somebody in a boat pedaling a boat. You just come shoo until you go where you want. that's what I did with my life. I did my life for 4 years. I was not going anywhere. And I said, what do I do? I came home and I asked myself, and God was there. He said, come to me. So I gave my life to him. My life that did not have a campus direction. I felt in my heart I had to do something.
Yeah.
But something else. But I wasn't sure what that thing was. Eh? You are doing something, it doesn't take you anywhere. You come home, you want to do something, but you're not sure what is it that I have to do. Eh? And it's God who gave me that campus direction. He showed me that thing I was supposed to do. And ever since he gave me the campus direction, I'm just like this. I'm just going high, streamlined, and I'm thankful for that. And I want young people to understand that if things are stuck, things are not working out, switch the engines off, come back to zero, come to someone who owns this world. He holds this world in one hand. Come to him and ask him to show you the way.
Yeah.
And once you trust him, come and search him. He will give you the rest, give you a campus direction, and your life will be amazing as the young people of Africa.
Ah, wonderful, wonderful. My brother Tom Obuya is a photographer.
Yeah.
And photographers are, let's say, an asset to the community because they are the ones who capture the moment. That moment, they are the ones who capture, yeah, and we rely on that footage to recall the moment.
Yeah.
And at this point, our whole nation is heading towards its, its toughest time. Yeah, it's toughest. I can term it that way because it's only during elections that Kenya is on its hitting spot.
A lot of chaos, huh?
So I don't know, as a photographer, my brother Obuya, I don't know how can you advise the youth maintaining the theme of finding your purpose as a youth, especially during this time that we are heading towards.
Okay, cool. Thank you, Mkosti. So as we are heading to the elections, I know that it's also upon the vying politicians, because it's a tendency. The bribing is a tendency. Yeah. So once the youths are also very, very hungry, they need something to put in, no work. Yeah. So we got no pay. What do? We have to take that money from the politician. We end up fighting ourselves. The politician is back at his house, relaxing and enjoying. While we as the youth, we go rowdy everywhere on the roads. We build the roads with our own tax. We are the only guys who are also again going on the road to burn the same tires. Yeah. So we are also the same people who will have to renovate the same road. So as youths, I just think that we need to open up our minds. Yeah. If you don't have any job, there are so many jobs nowadays. It's not a matter of being employed. Yeah, you can employ yourself. You have the online sites. Yeah, we have Nijengo. Yeah, those are general works that you can't miss daily. Yeah, the physical works that you can't miss daily. So instead of you going to be engaged in the political chaos or the chaotic scenario of the political rallies, I would better advise that you find a place that will make you busy. Yeah, no matter the earning.
Yeah.
Just find a place that will keep you busy and keep you going.
Because they say an idle mind
is a devil.
I don't know if you can, say something
house.
about it, my brother. An idle mind is a devil workshop.
Yeah,
maybe
absolutely.
you can add something about it.
Yeah, if you're there, you have nothing to do. Whatever the devil wants, he can bring it to you. Anyone who comes to you, you're their idol, and they say, let's go do this. You just go anywhere and you mess up your life. So young people, you have to fill yourselves with stuff to do. Like I've been talking in most of my videos, that if you're a young person, just get something small to do, as long as it can help you get some money. And know that you're going somewhere. That job you're doing is just a stepping stone. And that money, keep collecting it. It will help you to do something bigger. It will help you to purchase a camera if you want to buy a camera, or a phone. Or maybe if you want to start a business, a small business, chapati making business. Or if you want to like pay part of your motorcycle. Some people in Uganda want to buy a motorcycle. But companies that give loan, they want you to pay a certain amount of time, money. They want you to pay a certain amount of time, deposit. So if you work maybe on sites and be dirty and work maybe for 1 year, just bear being dirty there, get some money, go to the Bajaj sellers, pay some money and get your own Bajaj. You become smart, you know, and eat in a good restaurant every day. And once you're done paying off the loan, you can have your life that you dream. Not only doing motorcycle, but maybe opening up a shop, boutique, anything you want. You can do it, young people, by just daring to try it.
Nice. Maybe to ask Abu, now that we are encouraged to dare, and at these times of the economy, especially in East Africa, we can hear like all the countries are facing some kind of difficulties. Any tips on how to maneuver through the economy and also fighting idleness?
What I can say is just keep praying, get your mind off the devil workshop. Please keep praying, keep going, keep doing what you do at the best of what you can. That's what I can say. But the youths, the mindset, I can't say a lot about the youth because we can't change all the mindsets about the youth. You see, people like this one, you have lived a life that I haven't lived. You see, Obuya knows something that I don't know. You see, my guy Augustine, you have seen somewhere that I haven't seen. You see, we live different lives. That's what I'm trying to make. So the mindset of youth, trying to change them, it can be difficult, but if we narrate them to go in the same line and in the same measure that we need to, I think we can solve our problem.
I think all of us, whenever we get a chance, we should care about is, no matter what life a youth lives, they should always think about a better tomorrow and hope that things will change. And not just hoping, but getting involved in that change, to see that change happening. That's all the young people should do. Don't let things happen because other people are doing it, but get involved in making that change happen. Get involved in causing that hope in the lives of other people. And that's gonna make a lot of differences in people's lives, in Uganda, in Kenya, and in the whole world of Africa. If Africans do that, if young people do that, just try to change their lives and give a chance to lift up other people, that will make a huge difference, and it will lift our countries in years to come, and even our grandkids will will have a mark to look at and say, this is what our ancestors they had to do. We have to be above that, and maybe in many years to come there'll be a huge change, and that's how change is done.
So maybe before we conclude, just maybe a teaser. We'll be asking each other questions. So I'll ask Kenyans, we'll be asking Ugandans.
I'm just one Ugandan, so
we can ask let's put it this way. You asked me a question about Uganda,
Yeah.
and I can ask you, and you can ask me a question. You can ask me a question about Uganda, and I can ask you a question about Kenya. Let's keep it simple,
Okay.
something easy like to start. Maybe I can ask you,
If I fail, you answer, right?
yeah,
Which kind of food do you like in Kenya?
The kind of food I like in Kenya,
Yeah,
I'm glad it's the same food I like in Uganda.
yeah.
Is posho or ugali
yeah,
na mboga za majani, sukuma wiki.
yeah, nice.
That's my
Nice.
favorite.
Nice.
Vegetables, greens. And after here, I want you guys to take me for a meal.
Okay.
Tom is gonna take me to have a meal.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Okay. So maybe you can ask us something about Uganda that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm going to ask you something I've done a video about
Yeah.
on my channel.
Yeah.
One of the self-care videos I've done
Yeah.
is what is the longest river in the world?
I think it's Mississippi in USA.
I think it's the Amazon in Brazil.
The longest river in the world?
Not the Omo River.
No.
Which is the longest river in the world?
The longest river in the world is River Nile. It's found,
The one connecting from Uganda.
yeah,
Oh, the one running all the way to Egypt.
to Egypt.
Nice.
Now, here's another question for you.
Mm.
Yeah. Where is that river found? It's found in Uganda, but in which area? You can give me maybe the side east, west, south, north, central, or you can say the district where it is.
I think it's in the north. No, north is Lake Albert. I think.
Lake Albert.
No, Lake.
Lake Victoria.
It
It's on
originates
the
from Lake
west,
Victoria.
west, east. It's on east of Uganda.
Exactly. It's in eastern Uganda, in Jinja, my town. I've done a video about that. You have to go look it up sometime. I did it reconnecting with friends at the source of the Nile.
Obuya, you have a question like who is the biggest artist in Kenya that you know in Uganda?
Yes.
The biggest.
That one is your question.
It's my question.
Yeah.
The biggest artist.
But you know
Kenya.
in Kenya,
Ooh,
who's popular in Uganda?
Yeah.
I just know Obilo Otieno. Is he a singer? He's a celebrity.
That's a politician.
He's a politician, and he is an incoming MCA for this area. Yeah.
You haven't even heard of Akina Nyashinski?
Calligraph John.
I know
Otile Brown.
Abu is one of the upcoming. I think I just say
Yes.
Abu is an artist. I take that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you know Abu.
I know Abu is one of my artists. I'm gonna follow his music,
Yeah.
and I'm going to subscribe and let my friends follow his music. My friends who want to learn Kiswahili. So, yeah.
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 Thank you very much for your time, guys. It's a pleasure that you gave us your time to talk to you, and we believe that you have learned 2 or 3 from us here, and we believe that it's going to make a positive impact into your lives. I am Mkosti. You can follow me on Facebook, Twitter, and also on YouTube as Mkostiibeats. Mkostiibeats. I am a producer, and maybe also you guys can say your handles as well.
Yeah, you can say your handles.
Okay, I'm Abu, aka Il Black TV in YouTube. You can find me as Il Black TV on Facebook, Il Black, on Instagram it's Il Black TV. Everywhere I think it's Il Black. Just follow up.
Okay, I'm Tom. Check me up everywhere as Tom Obuya 001. Subscribe on YouTube, watch, like, and comment, plus share so that we reach a larger audience.